Hello and welcome to Cambridge Business Essentials Survival Guide to IGCSE Business Studies Paper 2. First up, congratulations to all the IGCSE students who made it through Paper 1. So you got 50% done, but the second 50% is going to set up a whole new set of challenges. So what we're going to do is take you through the structure of Paper 2. We're going to give you some tips on how to read the case study and to get the information that you need in the case study, and then we're going to take you through the different types of questions and how to maximize your marks in those questions. So let's get into it. Here we have an example of a paper 2 from 2018, and you can see that it's 1 hour and 30 minutes long, so that's 90 minutes, and you've got 80 marks. So what that means is you've got about 1 minute for every mark in the exam. So what I'd advise is that you spend the first 5 to 10 minutes reading the case study. I'll give you some tips on how to make the most of that time later in this tutorial. And then spend the rest of the time answering the questions, 20 minutes per question. Now within that, you've got 4 different questions, each worth 20 marks. And in each of those questions, usually what you'll have is the A part of the question with 8 marks, and you'll have the B part of the question worth 12 marks. And that's the case for questions 2, 8 marks, and the B, 12, and question 3, 8. And in this case, with question 3, there's just a slight difference. So you've got a calculation in the B part of the question, it's only 2 marks, and then you'll have the longer, short, structured essay style question. And then in 4, you go back to the same structure again. The A part is worth 8, and then the B part is worth . So let's imagine you're opening up the insert which contains the case study for the first time. So you want to just take your time with this, spend at least 5 or 10 minutes going through the case study slowly and really getting to grips with the challenges that the business faces. And what I'd really advise you to do is to get out your pen and just start highlighting. Well, we can see it's a gym here. Always nice to look at the picture. Picture. And we've got an appendix 2. It's got to do with break even. It's got some costs in there. We got a government appendix, something from the government. But let's get to the details of the case study. So first up, okay, so he's a qualified fitness instructor, used to work at a luxury gym. They paid a high monthly membership fee for no additional fees. Okay, this is what he enjoys. I enjoys teaching exercise classes. Okay, so there's a demand for low price gyms. He left his job. Okay, so the main thing is here he's set up his own gym now, and it's in a low income part of the city. That's crucial when thinking about who he's going to be marketing to. And then we've got details of the finance. So it's 5,000 of his own money, type of business or legal structure, it's a sole trader, and we got this about the business plan as well. Okay, and you just continue with like that, just going through it slowly and picking out the key details which you're going to use later on in the case study. So the 8-mark question, in this case 1A, is usually split up into 2 different sections. So for the way 1, in this case looking at the benefits of a business plan, you need to put in a knowledge point for way 1, and then in the explanation you put in 1 analysis or explanation, and you refer to the case study at least twice when explaining your answer. So here's an example. The written business plan will help Peter to gain finance. You'll be able to show this to the bank manager in order to get the loan. We'll show the financial forecasts, and then this will allow Peter to get the loan, to get the capital he needs to start signing members up to the gym. For the B question, it's a little bit more complex, and you're not awarded 1 mark for putting down 1 knowledge point or application point or analysis point. What you need to do is for each of the 3 different ways of explaining marketing, in this case the rules of marketing, you need to have a detailed discussion of the advantages and or disadvantages of each. Here's an example. So to carry out market research to find out what gym equipment customers want, the right equipment such as a cross trainer needs to be purchased. However, the disadvantage is that it can be time consuming and expensive to carry out the market research. Now, it's really important here to include your application, so to refer to the case study. In this particular example, the application points will be coming from cross trainer. I'll give an example of the gym equipment that customers want. The final thing that you need to do once you've got your 3 different detailed explanations is you need to go to the conclusion and come up with a well-justified conclusion as to what is the most important role of marketing. And the way we do this is we say why the one that you've chosen is more important than the other 2. And here's our example. So I've chosen building customer relationships here, but you could choose any of the 3 as long as you justify why it's more important than the other 2. In this case, I've said that building customer relationships is more important because Peter already has a knowledge of identifying customer needs and satisfying customer needs. But if he builds strong customer relationships, this means that customers will continue to come back, and that's his main source of revenue as customers pay each time that they come into the gym. If you need further advice on evaluation questions, we've got a specific video on that, on how to improve your evaluation in IGCSE. Stay tuned to the website ciebusiness.co.uk for further revision materials that will be coming online, and follow us on Instagram so you never miss an update. Okay, thank you and good luck in the exam.